that's not what I want. No, not that one either. God damn it. There we go. Okay, we're starting. And we have started. Okay, you want to tweet it out and tweet it at me? Because...
Yeah, working on that now.
Okay.
Just had to do some fiddling.
Okay, so yeah, we should definitely plan better on this.
No,
Hey!
you think?
Hi, Thrax.
How's Thrax in here already? What sorcery is this, Thrax?
I know, right? That fucker just like, boom, instant. Like, it's not even showing anybody watching and Thrax is already here.
He just knows.
I swear to God, that guy's a fucking amazing right there. He's like a magic, like, I don't know. He's a magic dragon. Because my words are working.
Like Superman. He knows what he's needed.
Okay, so... That Thrax put a little devil emoji. That's cultural appropriation right there.
Oh, dude.
Laura's here. Hi, Laura.
All the fucking demons and Onis in hell are gonna be pissed.
What are you talking about? I'm pissed.
I thought you were a minor devil.
Did you tweet it at me by chance?
I'm still working on it. I can only focus on so many things at once.
Well, focus on the things that are important because we're waiting to start the show for you.
Okay, never pay attention to Subby again.
Okay, so let's say hi to the people. Hi to the people.
Hi, peoples.
Okay, so let's kind of we've got quite a bit on our plate for this episode. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think of the new background that we're using?
I fucking love it.
I know, right? I think that thing is so fucking sexy.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, Laura's here. Hi, Laura.
Alright, tweet it at you, bitch.
Thank you.
Quit bitching at me.
It's about fucking time.
Bitch, 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 bitch. Anyways, so we of course watched Guardians. We got some other stuff we'd like to talk about as well. It's up and coming. And I really want to say for the record, goddamn, watching some stuff is just a fucking chore.
Like what?
Just
like Power Rangers?
Oh, Power Rangers sucked.
It was bad, wasn't it?
I'm actually triggered by the new Flash a little bit because it reminds me of the Power Rangers outfit.
Okay. Well, let's. Yeah. Okay. I did want to say that. So the background that we did. Yeah, Power Rangers is bad. The background that we have now was actually done by Hateful Bastard. So we would definitely like to.
Oh God.
Yeah, we just can't thank that guy enough. He totally hooked us up.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing. Fucking aces.
And I mean, the guy is just like a general all-around shitlord plus great artist. I mean,
plus genuinely great guy.
Yeah. So there's a few other things that we did want to kind of talk about today, but that was our plug for Hateful Bastard, so we can check that shit off the list. We've also, there's a new Blade Runner trailer that literally dropped about an hour ago. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do our review of Guardians 2. And then there's a whole...
I forgot to watch the Blade Runner trailer.
Oh, you've got to be fucking shitting me.
You said you wanted to do 2 shows today. Well, this week.
Well, tomorrow's just a game show. We're just playing games.
Oh, that's true. Hold on. I can talk and watch at the same time.
Okay, no, you can't, but go for it.
Oh, oh, let's see this shit.
Okay, you do your thing. Just mute me, and I'll keep telling the people what else we're gonna talk about. Seeing as I'm gonna have like it's only like 30 seconds long. So we're also gonna talk a little bit about some of the new DC movies that are coming out in the next couple years. So we're gonna actually go through and we're gonna talk about the Justice League movie that's coming out.
And possibly the Justice League Dark movie that's coming out.
Yep, that too. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with me?
What the fuck is wrong with me? What'd you do?
I fucked it up.
What'd you fuck up?
It still says party games. Sorry guys, I fucked that up. That's on me. My bad.
Can't do nothing, no how.
I know I fucking suck at it.
Now, we're gonna talk about Justice League Dark and how the TV show Constantine is better than fucking Keanu Reeves.
Fuck you. And then we're also going to talk about Aquaman, Shazam, the Green Lantern Corps, fuck it, you said it. Justice League Dark, and the new Batman movie coming out in like 2020. So we've got quite a bit.
Sorry, Laura. We have some personal issues that have to be attended to, so we can't play today. We're playing tomorrow. Oh yeah, Danya. Anytime anything goes wrong, you can count on Subby's keyboard to explode.
Yeah, that's what I do. Seriously, I need a quieter keyboard.
Yeah, need to fix that shit.
Okay, so now that we've completely fucked this up and we are showing our skills.
As I just finished the Blade Runner trailer.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Okay, so what do we want to talk about first? Do we want to just do the Blade Runner trailer and just go with it?
Yeah, since it's right on the tip of my mind.
The tip of your mind. It's almost like the tip of your dick, except it's got more it's got less brain cells.
I know, right?
Okay, so
that's why I know so much about BDSM.
So this is going to shock you, and you're probably going to be like, "What the fuck, man?" I have never seen Blade Runner.
Honestly, I've watched Blade Runner about 9 times. I can barely remember the plot of it.
I have to go through. You know what? There we go. That's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow we'll do games, and we'll also do a retro review of Blade Runner.
Yeah. Oh god, we're both gonna have to watch this, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. One of us is gonna have to either rent and or buy it, and we'll just. I don't know.
Well, I have a copy of Blade Runner. Can I I don't know if I can rabbit it through my computer.
I don't know, but anyways,
we'll figure it out.
We will figure this out. We may invite some people to come make fun of us while we do it. We'll figure that out later, though. So what did you think of the
trailer?
Yeah, the trailer.
It was kind of vague, as most of those trailers end up.
Yeah. It definitely had that cyberpunk feel to it, you know.
Well, as Blade Runner should.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it looked good. Although I as soon as I saw it, I'm like, wow, Atari has like shameless plug written all over that trailer. Those were fucking huge Atari symbols all over the sides of those buildings as it was flying over. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Hateful.
Yeah, see.
Wait,
Laura gets it. Laura gets it that that it's hard to remember what happens in Blade Runner. And Hateful, we shouted you out, man.
Yeah, we
thank
did.
You so much for the art.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. We love you in so many gay ways. So the Blade Runner, this is what I got from this. I mean, I know the basic premise of the movie, you know, the replicants and all that stuff. Um, it looks good. You know, it's got good sci-fi action type deals going on with it. Sorry about that. Uh, I really did. I think it looks like it's going to be a good movie. And seeing as I still have not seen the original, I don't have any nostalgia with it. You know what I mean? How there are some people that are like, "Oh, it's going to be all fucked up." And don't get me wrong, I'll call it out if there's
If there's shit that doesn't work, we'll
yeah,
talk about it, like
yeah.
we always do.
If there's fucking plot holes, I'll call that shit out. I don't give a fuck.
We may hate it more than Power Rangers. Who knows?
Yeah, we might. It's entirely possible. But the good thing is, I mean, isn't it directed by the same guy?
Yeah, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
So, I I can't think that it's bad. Though I do have a funny story. I have a good friend who is a fucking he loves Blade Runner. Huge fan of it. One of his all-time favorite movies. Every time he sees it anywhere, he stops and watches it no matter what he's doing. No
Are you
matter what.
serious? That's cool.
The funny thing is though, he knows the plot, he knows all of it. Every time he starts watching it, he always passes out halfway through it. Every time. I fucking guarantee you.
That's kind of funny,
It,
actually.
it's like his lullaby is just, oh man, I'm tired. I'm gonna watch some Blade Runner. Starts watching it, just gone.
You want to know what? When I was a teenager, that was me with Happy Gilmore. I used to do that shit all the time. I'd throw on Happy Gilmore just to pass out.
How can you sleep through Happy Gilmore? That's like Adam Sandler's best movie ever.
That was Adam Sandler's good movie ever.
No.
No,
I kind of like Mr.
you like Mr. Deeds? Mr. Deeds is eh. I really did like I like 50 First Dates. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a decent romantic comedy.
No. I like 51st Dates.
Oh, and I
It's
also like The
okay.
Wedding Singer. I like pretty much all of his older stuff. His new stuff
Never
is
seen The Wedding
all
Singer. Never.
really. I
Yeah.
liked it. There are a
I don't know.
lot.
There's a lot of fucking Adam Sandler movies, so fuck that.
Yeah, Waterboy was pretty good. I don't know how well that movie aged though.
Oh man, Waterboy has the best one-liners
It really
ever.
does. It really does.
Oh, it's like water sucks. It really, really sucks. Oh, yeah, it's so fucking good. My favorite is X is the devil, Bobby Boucher.
Okay, so actually, speaking of, I was actually reading an article the other day about Rob Schneider.
What?
So there was an article about
Rob Schneider has relevance?
only because everybody says that even though he's Jewish, he's still racist.
Oh, okay. Indulge my curiosity a little bit.
Okay, think about all of the. He's done blackface, brownface. They basically went through and they gave him shit for all the times like he's played an Asian guy, like in Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, and then he played a Jamaican in a couple ones.
No, he played a Hawaiian in 51st States.
Oh
In
fuck, that's right.
Surf Ninjas, he was also, I believe, he was Hawaiian in that as well.
Fucking surf ninjas.
You remember that shit? It just,
Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah, I
That
bring.
was the age where anything could become a movie with a slight idea. That's what caused fucking the skateboard kid and Three Ninjas
Oh god, I
and a bunch
remember
of
the Three Ninjas. Three Ninjas.
and a bunch of other terrible movies.
Okay, so what else is there? Oh, what were we talking about?
The Blade Runner trailer.
Oh yeah, no nostalgia for me. I think it looks like it's going to be a cool movie. I don't know if um I'm
It seems interesting at least. Obviously, the plot and the setting is very interesting. I am interested in cyberpunk because it's a fascinating look at what could be a possible future, but it's one of those things. I don't know anything about it really. At least this movie, I don't know the plot points or anything. The trailer didn't give much away. It was just a stereotypical like X has happened and you must follow through with something.
yeah. So oh what was I actually I've been going through and I've been binge watching Razor Fist. What the fuck are you
Uh,
doing?
I'm opening a beer.
Okay.
Knife.
So,
For those wondering, I'm drinking Rogue Paradise Pucker. It's a sour beer that's made with sweet fruits, so it's like a sweet sour flavor. It's amazing.
okay. So I've been going through and watching tons and tons of Razor Fist. Like, when I'm sitting there and I've got nothing else to watch, I'll watch Razor Fist all the
Oh
time.
man, the thing is though, it's so easy to binge watch his shit.
I know. Oh, I've gone through and I've been binge watching so much that I've actually rewatched some of his videos 3 or 4 times. Like, just because I keep just hitting the next button on YouTube, and
Dude, I don't even bother with the next button. I just put autoplay
well,
or
auto
put on
plays on, but I don't want to sit there and wait through.
5 seconds. You can't wait 5 seconds.
You know what? Fuck you. All right. Um, so he brought up something, and I never knew that they actually made a game of Blade Runner. And he went through the other
Actually,
day.
I've been waiting to watch that playthrough
He yeah
because I
he
didn't know they did either.
yeah it was back in like 1999, and
No shit.
I found a copy of the game. It's got 2 or 3 other games with it, but it's like $87, and I can't afford that right now. So maybe eventually I'll somehow get a copy of it, and then I'll do a playthrough. But from what he was saying, because he had mentioned it in a previous video at some point, the game is different every single time that you play it. The replicants are randomly generated, so it could be anybody as a replicant, and the characters are randomly placed in spots, so they're probably not going to be in the same spot every time you play.
That's awesome.
I mean, for a 1999 game, that is amazing.
That's outrageous. Holy shit, man.
So I want to go through and I want to buy that game. If I can ever find it, I want to buy that.
Yeah, I really enjoy going back and buying games I enjoy as a kid. One of my guilty pleasure games, and also a game that I play to settle arguments when I'm drunk with people, is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Fun fact, it cost me more money to buy the game than it took to buy the GameCube, both the controllers, well, all four of the controllers, and the converter cable. They no, it's just apparently the game is so well played and still so well received. It's still like 70, like 60 some, 70 some bucks.
Well, yeah. I mean, older games like that one, they definitely. I forgot the words, but so I wanted to say hi to Ollie. Ollie is in the chat. Um, and then okay, so I think we've talked about Blade Runner long enough. We've got a couple other things that we need to talk about.
Yeah, and since we have like limited knowledge because we keep forgetting the plot of it, and one of us hasn't seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about next, man?
Okay. So let's move on because the other smaller things on the list we can do all that shit later, if need be. So let's get through the big thing. Let's talk about Guardians.
Uh it's Guardians is such a great film because it's multiple genres in one, and it all plays out well.
Oh, Ollie's talking about Three Ninjas real quick. He wasn't here when we were talking about Three Ninjas earlier. So,
Oh yeah, you missed it when we talked about all the shitty movies that came out around that time period.
anyways, what did you say about?
It's just multiple genres that fit well together. It's like the classic like buddy cop thing, as well as a slight tinge of a love story, as well as an action adventure, all kind of rolled in together. And in the I'll beat you this lately. sorry, chat distracted me. It's just it's hard to find a movie where they just have a great formula,
Yeah.
and then that formula really carries over the second movie as well. This is one of those few movies.
Okay. So, would you like to hear my one complaint?
Go for it.
It's not even about the movie. I went and saw the shit in IMAX 3D.
Oh, fuck me.
So if it would have been IMAX, I would have been fine. But fucking 3D every time, whatever is center in the screen, like whatever you're supposed to be focusing on, is really crisp, and everything else is just blurred to fuck. I hate
Yeah.
3D movies. I'm
Dude,
gl-
3D is such a fucking gimmick.
I'm glad 3D TVs are dead. I am.
3D movies have to die out.
They need to get rid of the entire idea. Just go to straight IMAX. I would have been fine with straight IMAX. That would have been great. But no, fucking 3D IMAX can suck my fucking hairy balls. I don't fucking like it. It
And D-Box is only good for like fucking Fast and Furious movies. Let's be honest.
for what is?
D-Box, it's where the seats move and shit and things go on.
Oh,
It's like really fucking gimmicky. And it only has really matters in like racing films where you jerk around like you're in the car.
oh yeah.
It's super fucking gimmicky.
I mean, God, it was just so. Oh shit, it was just so garbage. Just so
VR
garbage.
movies, VR movies. I can't say much about because I haven't seen a lot of them. 360, 360 is super gimmicky for movies, and I had a conversation on a stream with Failure Accomplished about this, where the problem with 3D movies is you end up just watching the movie in frame, and you just completely forget that it's 360. And it just you don't even think about it. And sometimes if you're busy looking around the room in a 360 movie, oh my god, you miss so much. And then you can only watch it if you're at home and you have the movie yourself, because you have to go back and then see what you missed. So you might as well just look at a first perspective shot of the movie
And
instead of
that,
trying to follow around where they're all moving around in this room.
I've never seen this. I must at least try this once.
Yeah, I think there's a few for free online, like on YouTube and whatnot, that you can watch. There was it was a shitty low budget zombie movie that we were watching, and the funny thing was, I guess is like homage. They were playing Night of the Living Dead on the TVs.
So let me guess, there are some people just sitting there watching Night of the Living Dead, huh?
Yeah, we stopped and watched Night of the Living Dead for a bit. Anyways, and as far as VR movies go, I've not experienced one. I'll have to look into it because that does interest me a little bit.
So here's my thing with VR movies. VR is expensive. That's my thing with it. It's fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, I mean the PlayStation 4 rig alone is like another console's worth.
Yeah.
Now, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy. We're not doing spoilers this time, so you guys don't have to worry about it. You guys will still be able to watch the movie because, honestly, okay, the movie was great. I loved it. From what I can remember of it, I know that there, and the reason I have a hard time remembering it is because I'm not used to wearing glasses, so I spent half the time just trying to get shit focused in the goddamn glasses.
They said super fucking gimmicky.
I hated it. Ah, but anyways, no, the story was good. So here the opening sequence. I don't give a shit that they were fighting that big fucking monster thing.
Dude, Baby Groot stole the fucking show through most of that movie.
Yeah. Oh god, I spent half the time just watching Baby Groot.
I like the fact they did that whole dance sequence, and then they were fighting in the background, and then they had them interact with characters. It was, oh dude, I fucking loved it. I fucking loved when he tried to like ride that fucking two-legged rat thing.
I know, that was so cute. God, and he sat there. Ah, Groot is so dumb, it's hilarious.
Even at the end credit scene, which this isn't really a spoiler because it's not that big of a deal. You see Groot age from his baby or like his baby state to like his teenage state,
Yeah.
and so you get to see like teenage emo Groot.
Oh god, it was so cute. And he's sitting there. I can't help it. So basically, basic story is what the Guardians are being paid to guard some batteries. They're like super expensive batteries, and from these really snobby fucking this really snobby race that's all what are they called? Genetically
Um,
modified.
yeah.
They're basically sex robot people. I mean,
They're well, no, they're
artificial wombs.
artificial wombs. The MGTOW would be proud.
They really would.
No, they're a group that has the ability to control biology essentially through scientific means.
Mm-hmm.
So they've spent their entire time trying to become the perfect entity.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're assholes. Holy shit! I was curious. Vin Diesel actually plays the voice of Baby Groot.
Yeah. It says it in the opening credits.
I wasn't paying attention. Obviously, I was too busy watching Baby Groot dance. Now they go in and they're kind of assholes to him, and these people are God. They have a stick up their ass sideways and are just complete fucking cunts. That those preppy assholes that you grew up with who are too perfect to even lift a finger because they might break a nail. They're that type of people. And so they go out. The people find out they stole their batteries, and they get hunted down. And they're saved by a mysterious being who turns out to be.
Wait. So they're hunting them down, and they're coming after them in remote and basically drone spaceships that they're just like fucking trying to kill them. Now you remember? Did you ever see the movie with Robin Williams way back in the day called Toys?
Yeah, I've
Does,
watched it.
you remember the sequence in that movie when he's walking through the arcade and the arcade is actually them playing they're actually bombing stuff in real life but they think they're playing games.
Yeah, it's the whole Ender's Game effect, but way more cutesy.
Yeah. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. It goes to show you how stuck up a race is when they have well having drones to fight with is very practical since you don't lose any manpower.
Yeah. That
The
they
funny thing was they were treating it literally like a video game.
Yeah, they really were because they were actually getting points and everything. It was
It,
it was
if it
literally
comes down to the
toys.
last guy and he's flying through and he's trying to take him down and then like he fails and gets blown up. They go, dude, you fucking suck at this. It's like the classic scene at the arcade where the guy's like playing, he's going really good, he's getting really far, and then like everybody's all hyped up, the tension's high, and then like he makes a jump and then misses the ledge by like a pixel, and everyone's like, ugh.
Yeah. So, um, so anyways, so they get another swarm to come after them, and all of a sudden, all of the golden people's little ships just explode out of fucking nowhere, and there's a being just standing on top of a spaceship, and they're actually in space, just standing there, and he just fucking nuked them all basically, and then what they were going through wormholes or they
Yeah.
and they went through one wormhole but they were so badly damaged that they crashed right away and half the ship was destroyed.
And it was a fucking wreck.
Yeah, and don't worry, this isn't really spoilers. This is in the first like 15 minutes of the movie, so
Yeah, you're not missing much.
um so they go through and they actually find out that um what's his name, main character's name.
Do what? Oh, the main character, Star Lord,
Yeah,
Peter.
yeah, that one. They find out Star Lord's dad. This is where Star Lord's dad comes into the movie. It was. I mean, obviously, we knew that he was coming in. It wasn't a hidden secret or anything.
Though they did change his origins from the original comic book, but they said they were going to do that anyways.
So he wasn't like the supreme being or whatever.
No, it was more of like it was a high class warrior race. God,
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like Spartanians or something. It's been a while since I read it. So
Okay, so now here's my. Would you like to talk about, because you went and saw the movie with your mom, right?
yeah, yeah.
Would you like to talk about that?
Oh, good God. That was not a fun experience for me. My mother is a very religious woman. Though she likes watching stuff like that. So she's like a modern day Christian. She can take apart things and look at things in a certain light and whatnot. The character of Ego basically turns out to be a celestial who's essentially godlike powers. Now it's not like the all creator, but he's very extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And watching that with my mother, what she got out of it was supposed to be like he was a bad guy in the end, and what he was doing was terrible because he was trying to make everybody a part of him. And from there, this movie's completely anti-theist, and that's the propaganda they're pushing with this movie.
It,
And it was,
she put way more depth into it than there really was. Is the
oh
basic
yeah,
idea.
ignoring the fact that using that as an allegory for the Bible and whatnot and God and all that, that's been done to death.
Oh God, the Matrix. Just saying.
Yeah, Deus Ex Machina, the whole like, but it's just been done to death so many goddamn times. And seeing it like this, it was an interesting story. I didn't equate it to the Christian religion, and I don't think it would really make kids think that way.
I don't think
I
so
think
either.
she was really just looking way too into it. But
Mm-hmm.
it actually disturbed her to the point where she was closing her eyes at some point, just kind of ignoring what she was watching, so she could watch more of the movie.
Really?
It no lie, man, no
Oh,
lie.
God.
And I even told her, it's like you're looking too deep into it. Yeah, I can see the similarities, but at the end of the day, this is just a comic book movie. It's supposed to be fun and interesting, and this is kind of an interesting storyline. And they even say in the movie, he's not God, he's God, little g. Like, he's a God.
Yeah, he's not the God. He's a God.
But no, 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 no.
But no, your mom went a little bit overboard with it.
Tiny bit overboard. I guess that's the aspect of why I don't think I could ever really be religious, is because it makes you look too deep into certain things.
Yeah, it makes you take things way out of context.
That, and I personally, I could never follow a religion because I have this whole thing where I find I'm trying to think of a right word for it. I work well in negative spaces. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
have to have negativity somewhere for things to be comfortable, because if it's just all happy days and sunshine, it irks me. And then that leads down a dark path. So I need
Yeah.
to have negativity there so I don't go down a dark path, strangely enough.
You're a very weird man, you know that?
Oh, as if that's the first time somebody's ever told me that.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Okay, so let's see. No, God damn it. Okay, so overall, I think the movie was fucking phenomenal. I honestly, I actually want to go see it again.
Yeah, I really want to see it again.
Well,
Really bad.
the reason I want to see it again is I don't like. I only remember bits and pieces because I was so fucking pissed off about the 3D. Why did I go see it in 3D?
Dude, look, go to like a standard definition movie. You'll appreciate it a lot better.
What 3D or?
No, no, standard. Fuck 3D, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never go see 3D movies because I know I'm gonna hate it. But
The only movie I kind of enjoyed in 3D was Deadpool.
Oh, I like Deadpool in 3D. I saw that in IMAX 3D as well. Okay, so
So, actually, before we wrap up Guardians, I do want to talk about the end credit sequence
what do you
because
mean?
um
The
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 end.
the five different things? You want to break them
No,
down?
no, 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 just the one where they had the capsule,
The
the
capsule.
pod, the gold people whose names I can't remember because they're assholes, and I don't bother remembering assholes' names. It they were going back to it, and they're like, "Lady, these people have come to talk to us about the project." And they go, "Don't worry about them. We were finishing our final evolution." And it showed the pod. It's like it's the perfect being. I think I'll call him Adam. You know what that's talking about, right?
No.
They're referring to Adam Warlock.
But you have to remember, I'm not a huge comic book nerd, so I don't really know.
Oh, well, that's fine. Actually, in Guardian of the Galaxy 1, they had the original pod of Adam Warlock, but I think they kind of upgrade it to make it make more sense within this universe.
Mm-hmm.
But Adam Warlock is a huge player in the Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
So obviously they have to set that up because he's like a massive part of the Infinity War.
Yeah. So basically they're trying to set up more for the Infinity War. When does Infinity War come out, anyways? Do you have any idea?
No, I do not. I have to look into it.
Well, we can talk about it tomorrow, if anything.
Yeah.
Because this uh, hateful says Adam Warlock is the most boring character ever made. I
You know,
know.
I gotta agree with him on that. I really fucking do.
And then Frostbit is saying,
He's
"Yo, hey Frostbit, how's it going?"
he's essentially like fucking space Jesus in like one of the most powerful characters in there, and that's the problem with extremely powerful characters is they're really fucking boring.
You want to know what's really funny is that there's um, speculation that Spider-Man is actually the most powerful character in the Marvel universe.
Okay,
It,
you're gonna have to give me the
it's just speculation. It's something that I heard.
I
I know nothing. I
I don't
just
know. Spider-Man has gone through many different adventures, so it's hard to say. But
well they also say that in the DC universe that the Flash is technically the most powerful.
that's because he is the most powerful.
Well,
Jesus fucking Christ, he's overpowered as fucking hell.
and then I've heard arguments for Aquaman as well. So
Aquaman is up there. He's actually really powerful. But the problem with the Flash is they keep using his speed as in ways that just defy everything. And I know it's a comic book. I know there's supposed to be suspension of disbelief and all that, but it's just he can run on air by vibrating his feet to the same frequency as the water molecules and make a foothold so he can run in midair.
yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah. Okay,
I
so
mean, and then it's like he can heal himself and he can make a healing field for others. He can fucking
okay,
phase through walls. It's fucking madness. And then once he enters the Speed Force, you're fucked.
okay. Let's go back real quick to Guardians. Um, I like the dynamic. The story was great. The visuals were okay. So
Everything was beautiful.
here's my thing. Ego's planet was like so ridiculous that it felt almost
Unrealistic.
it felt like Disneyland.
I think that was the idea.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
The idea can be whatever the fuck it wants. It doesn't matter. It was stupid. But
The only thing I have to say is Yondu.
Yeah. Oh God. But that was a great story arc.
Nope, nope. That's all we're gonna say.
Well, no, I'm just saying it was
Up,
a
up, up,
great.
up, up.
Shut the
Nope.
fuck up. You let me talk. It's half my show, kind of. Um,
Sorry that I'm the more entertaining one though.
really, I'm the one that talks the whole time.
Ha ha ha.
Eat me. No, all I was gonna say was he has a great arc from the first to the second movie. It's just amazing.
Yeah, Yondu is easily my favorite fucking character in that entire universe. Ah, God, hands down.
And I think that they picked a really good person to play him too. The guy that
Oh,
played,
Michael Rooker.
yeah,
Oh, dude,
he
fucking phenomenal.
he's
Just drilled the role home.
and he's a fantastic actor for somebody who I'd never heard of before The Walking Dead.
I know. I want to see him in like everything. Oh, he's like my new.
Is
Lost my train of thought. Ron
he
Perlman.
Oh yeah. Although Ron Perlman's still really good too.
No, Ron Perlman's absolutely fantastic. I'm just saying he's like he. If Ron Perlman died, he'd be like my replacement for him.
Okay, so I think that I think we pretty much covered everything. I mean, they. Oh, actually, this movie was like, it had so many good funny parts. That I think they the pacing for it with the action and the
Just
comedic
the
breaks in the action, like they spread them out so well. Like, I mean, it's really fast paced, action funny, but it's balanced so well. It works. It's not.
it's kind of like Deadpool, where them jumping to the past and then coming back to the present, it helps even out the pacing of the dialogue for getting the narration for what happened before, but also keeping you invested in the storyline of what's happening next. It really keeps you in just immersed in it.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that from there we can go and actually talk about the overpowered heroes of DC because, as everybody knows, the Justice League is coming out. I think at the end of this year, and we were actually going to go through and we were going to talk about some of the stylized choices that they made, and I'm actually going to present something, so you're not going to just have to stare at this awesome drawing. We're going to break this up with this, where we're going to talk about what these guys actually look like and what our thoughts on how good or shitty they are, depending on the character.
Yeah, I have some mixed feelings.
um, okay, so here's my thing. First off, let's talk about the original two. Let's talk about Superman.
All right.
Superman, I don't like the way his it looks shiny. It looks way too shiny.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more flat.
But then again, that's how we're used to seeing Superman. We're used to seeing him in that monotone blue, and then that monotone red, and then the little bits of yellow in there, and that's about it.
I am, however, happy that they got rid of the underpants.
Yeah, that's for fucking sure. Oh, we're gonna get to Cyborg here, Hateful. We got that.
Oh, dude, I got some words.
Okay, so Batman. Um, I don't know why they chose to go with that design for the bat symbol, but
It's because it was one of the older styles of it, and they were trying to do the whole. It was from the Dark Knight Returns series from Frank Miller. So that's the stylization of how the bat symbol looked.
but it doesn't look like a bat.
I know, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. But even then, fuck Ben Affleck.
Batfleck? I don't know. I think he did okay with Batman for what he had. We're gonna get into the Batman film probably towards the end of this episode, but
Me and Batman versus Superman. I got some words for that.
no, not that. That's over. No, the new Batman movie that's coming out in a few years. Um, okay, so let's talk about Wonder Woman.
All right. Actually, a point I brought up to Subby before we even got on here was what looking at this. There's a little bit of a connection for their suits to the recent um, DC animated movies of Justice League
Mm-hmm.
because Cyborg has more of a full robot covering as opposed to where before he had more spots of human limbs and whatnot. And Wonder Woman, aside from the color scheme, it was kind of the same. It was more of like a arm guards and more like full boot knee pads and like that, and more armor looking.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad they didn't go with just like brace. Jesus fucking Christ.
What have I always told you about putting your phone to silent?
My mom fucking just called. Um, you know what? Talk to the people for a minute. I'm gonna call her back real quick.
Okay, I'll continue with my little bit. With Aquaman, it's even with the even with the style design, I do kind of like it, but at the same time, it they had it where it was a good point in the Justice League animated series that came out recently, where the orange and green they made it work. It's not as it's not as bad as the Justice League series they had in the early 2000s, where Aquaman had the fucking blonde mullet and lost his hand, and they put a freaking hook for a hand on. He had green tights and he was shirtless all the time. He's not that bad, but it's okay. I still prefer having the arms bare and well have it the orange and green color scheme and all that. Just too armory for me, I suppose I could say. Now, my problem with Cyborg is they're going with full CG effects with his outfit, and you really want something that looks more along the lines of
Okay, sorry about that.
it's okay. I was just talking about Cyborg now.
Okay.
But the problem with Cyborg is they need to mix practical and CGI effects.
Oh yeah, they really do because it was fucking. This looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
garbage.
No, don't make it. Don't animate the suit and don't make it green. Absolutely,
This
absolutely.
this looks like garbage. It looks like dog shit. I
And just
mean,
having like the partial of the face, I really think they should have done where I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the Teen Titans series.
I'm not.
It was a animated cartoon, and as happy go lucky as some episodes were, it did dig deeper into some darker territory.
Mm-hmm.
But Cyborg in that, it was like he he had parts of his original body showing. So like his one of his arms, like the biceps would show, and he had half the face, but it was only like a quarter of it, and not like almost all of it. And then of course he had his neck showing and all that, and it just had such a good aesthetic that
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with it. And it's such a better look at things, and also the color scheme, like it's all silver and then parts of it are red. I would have much rather they've gone with like I don't know, a different color scheme where parts of it looked like it was a plexiglass look or things like that. And it showed like some of the circuit boards for his limbs and whatnot, just to like bring in a little depth to the look. But
Hey, Dick Balls. Um, you know, I agree. Although somebody did point out, I saw it somewhere. Um, in was it was it Batman vs Superman where they go through and they show like some of the origins for people? Like they actually show the Flash and they show Cyborg before before he was actually Cyborg. What actually happened to him? He has no lower torso, no legs, half of his right arm, and no left arm at all.
yeah, and that's how it was. Like not all of his body was showing, but did show bits and pieces of his flesh.
Yeah, well, and this honestly, like, okay, I just want you to look at that shoulder real quick. The shoulder that you can see right up by Wonder Woman's shoulder. The fuck does that thing look like? It looks like a rock like a really shitty drawn rock.
Wait, what now?
Okay, look at. Can you see my cursor? See right here.
Yeah, okay.
That you probably can't see it because it's only on stream. But that shoulder, okay, his shoulder, his left shoulder, looks like a shitty, like a really shitty drawn rock right on his fucking, like, I don't know what the. It looks like dog shit. The entire thing
I mean,
looks.
it looks. I mean, it's the same thing with his calves too.
Yeah, the entire thing. They really should have gone with practical effects at least. Honestly, on the face. I mean, because the way that the CG looks on the body makes the face look like it's CG as well.
Yeah, it really doesn't work. It's kind of like the whole thing in Rogue One, where they replaced people that weren't there anymore with CGI figures.
Yeah, oh yeah, like Leia. Yeah.
Oh god, it was so bad. Though the Flash, as much as I don't like the outfit, I like his more than a lot of the other ones.
You know,
But
honestly,
it
okay.
does feel like they replaced the armor. They used the armor from Power Rangers and just gave it to him.
Yeah. So when I first looked at it, like you see all these weird lines in it. They look like scratches to me. I was like, did he get in a fight with Wolverine? Are we doing that? Is that what's going on? But
Well, I don't
no,
think that there's scratches from him like running into stuff while he's learning shit.
no, they're actually it's actually part of the design. They're not scratches. I mean,
But they're like brake lines.
what I think they are is just yeah, maybe that's what they kind of look like, don't they?
Actually, here's a better thought of it. They're probably erosion, like it's just wear from him running.
Hmm.
Because the particles in the air rubbing against the suit, that's gonna wear it down a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Does the guy that they got to play him? He looks Asian, right? Is that or is that just me?
No, I thought he was Asian.
Okay, in anywhere in the comic books was the Flash Asian? Was Barry Allen Asian?
No.
Okay.
Well, Wally West is black now, but that's about it.
Well, Wally was always black.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. I'm watching the TV show. I'm fucking myself up.
No, he's only black in the TV show. It's kind of like now with Spider-Man: Homecoming, where Mary Jane's black now.
What?
No, see, it's
I want to
it's
cry.
MJ.
I want to cry. Why? Why are we doing this?
Why'd they make Billy fucking autistic and black?
Okay, so Thrax
Mary Chan Allen.
We're actually gonna get to where the Green Lantern is in this. We'll get there. But yes, he was a founding member. I think that here.
That's also one of my problems with this.
Okay, well let's move on to Aquaman. Honestly,
I talked about Aquaman a little bit.
okay, well I want to get my 2 cents in here.
Okay.
There are only out of the 6 on the screen, I like 3 of them. I like the way that the Flash, his costume looks. I think it looks okay. Even though it does kind of look like it's going to be hard for that kind of suit.
I'm gonna guess Flash, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
No. Well, you got 2 of them right. Flash and Wonder Woman. I like both of them. I actually like the way Aquaman looks.
Really?
Yes. Here's my reasoning.
This movie sucks, so he got cut. sorry, that was fucking funny. Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds film was fucking terrible.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think it was as bad as everybody said it was, but I have shitty taste in movies, so.
He ain't lying.
I really do. I have shit taste in movies. But, okay, so with Aquaman, I'm glad they got rid of that fucking neon yellow and green bullshit. I am so glad they got rid of it.
I like that. I kind of like that aesthetic. They made it look way better in the more constructed universe of the animated Justice League.
Okay.
But I the one that pissed me off the most was fucking Justice League in animated in the early 2000s, where he had a fucking mullet. They cut off his hand and gave him a fucking hook and made him run around in green spandex everywhere.
Was that the one that he rode everywhere on a seahorse? Like that gay ass looking seahorse?
No, that was Super Friends.
Okay. So, no, I like the way that this looks. I think the fact that they brought Cal Drogo in to play him was a great idea. And here's my reasoning for this. The bitches love him. They think this guy is sexy as fuck. And that's great. Bring the ladies in. That's fine. I don't care. You don't have to change characters to make everybody enjoy it. I think that this was a great idea. He actually speaks more like what's it called? What Poseidon. He looks more like Poseidon to me, and I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Like, what are we talking about Poseidon wise?
Like he looks more
Just
like he's like the god of water rather than just, hey, I'm some guy doing a thing. Although,
well,
so
I I wish that in more storylines they talked about him just not knowing his origins and then eventually becoming the King of Atlantis. Because the ones who, when it always starts out as King of Atlantis, it always starts out with prejudice against the human race, which is annoying as fuck. I always hate that fucking plot line in anything.
well, I mean, okay, so speaking of that, like okay, X-Men, that there's a severe prejudice between the humans and the mutants, and it goes both ways for some humans and some mutants, not all on either side. I think that that can play really well. I mean, it did. Look at how well it played for the X-Men. The X-Men became a huge franchise.
That's true, but this day and age, it's kind of played out now.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, I completely understand where you were coming from on that. Um,
Though I have to say, the sword and shield on Wonder Woman, I'm not crazy big fan of.
did she ever use the sword and shield?
And newer recreations of it, she used just a sword, but I don't think she's ever used a shield to my knowledge.
Yeah, she had the bracers, which I don't know if I actually got this out before my mom called, but um, in some of the cartoons and some of the older stuff, she was basically wearing like just a really thick bracelet on both arms, and I'm sorry, it looks like garbage when that's on there. I
Yeah,
like the bracer idea rather than just a thick bracelet.
yeah, makes sense. Though I am wondering if she still has the same weakness of if her bracers are latched together, that she loses all of her strength and power.
What do you mean?
You don't know about that? It's this whole weakness that happened a long time ago where if her wrists are bound, she loses her powers.
Oh, I wonder if they maybe did that for the old Batman TV shows.
I probably maybe like more farther back in the comics. Wonder Woman did some weird shit
That's just
when
so
she first
weird.
started out.
But yeah, no. Oh god, she honestly she looks sexy right there. If you ask me, that's all I care
Oh,
about.
she looks great.
Yeah, the lasso of truth. She's actually got. You can actually see the lasso of truth right there on her right hip. From what I understand, she actually pulls that out and uses it in this next movie. From what I saw from some clips here and there. Overall, I think that it's a really mixed bag when it comes to these characters. Other than the symbol, Batman looks okay, but that symbol is so fucking massive. It takes up half the chest, and it really kills the entire thing for me. That and
Yeah, she better have an invisible jet.
what?
Wonder Woman had an invisible jet.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had to look over and catch what you were talking about. Um, I don't know. I don't like the entire idea of a 5-pointed trident. It looks stupid to me. I mean, his looks
Yeah,
cool, but overall, it's whatever. Um, but I think that I'm hoping the movie does well, and just like we were talking, there were some people coming out and saying that behind the scenes of the Wonder Woman movie was just a fucking mess. And I hope that's not the case, because if it is, it's going to kill this iteration of movies. Just like every other time that they've tried to reboot these movies, they just die after like one or two. Same with
I honestly, every time a comic book movie comes out, I always want to do well, even if I don't like the premise and it looks bad to me. I always want to do well, regardless, just because I like comic book movies. Yeah, there's a lot of burnout and whatnot, but I still like having such a big category of these stories being told.
and actually, Hateful does bring up a very good point. We have an old crusty Batman with a bunch of young metas, and it's strange. And I agree. I think that they should have went with somebody way younger for Bruce Wayne. The last
Yeah,
two times that they rebooted, they went with somebody too old for Bruce Wayne.
I gotta say, when was Bruce Wayne in his prime?
Well, his parents die when he's a child, and then I'm assuming he takes off probably pretty young, 18, 19, 20 years old, and comes back 5 to 7 years later. That's probably when he's in his prime, in his mid to late 20s. They have a 45-year-old Batman who is overweight.
Yeah,
That's what we have. Because he looks
yeah,
fat in his suit.
yeah. He does have kind of a dad bod.
I'm sorry, they picked. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he does well as a Batman. I mean, at least he's not. Wait, does he growl? I don't really remember. I don't think he does the growling thing, does he?
No, it's just like
A slightly
playing on the
deeper.
thick voice.
Yeah, I think that at least he's not doing the growling. Christian Bale did okay for the rest of the acting, but the growling thing was really fucking annoying. It made no sense.
Well,
Yeah, why the fuck would you do that? It's fucked.
that's the thing. Batman had a deeper voice than what Bruce Wayne had, at least from the animated series standpoint.
Yeah,
Now, with who's playing Batman, that would be Ben Affleck.
yeah.
Now, in the animated series, whenever Bruce was on screen, he had a more lighter.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he was a party boy.
yeah, he had a lighter voice. He it was more high pitched. Well, not really high pitched, but just like a higher tone. And then when it was Batman, it got deeper and low,
And
but it
dark.
wasn't a
Yeah,
growl.
yeah. They made mistakes with that. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Okay, so now there's a bunch of
Oh yeah,
movies.
Thrax, you do bring up a good point. Is that Batman had a bulletproof vest
Uh,
under the symbol, so that's why he had the yellow there to draw fire to it.
hmm,
Because
interesting.
it'd be one of the few things that they could actually see.
Yeah. Although I don't know if anybody else has ever seen anybody been shot with a bulletproof vest on, or seen anybody actually shot with a bulletproof vest. That shit, it breaks ribs. It knocks the wind out of you. You can't do anything other than just try not to die.
Yeah, but
Because
at least that has some suspension of disbelief.
yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Now, actually, hateful. You got a good point. All Batman should be dubbed by Conroy.
I mean,
Best Batman voice ever.
they should find a younger Batman. They should find a younger Batman. Get rid of this
I'm not
entire
saying like super young, but maybe like early 30s.
maybe late 20s. But what? How old is Ben Affleck? He's in his 40s. I know he's in his 40s because he was in his 20s back in like 1992 when Clerks came out.
Ugh.
Oh wait, no, he wasn't in Clerks. He was in Mallrats. Sorry, he was in his mid 20s when Mallrats came out. Um. Okay, so let's move on to the next movie that's up on the block. So Wonder Woman's coming out. Hopefully, it does okay. I
Yeah, based in it's World War II, right?
yeah, I think so.
It's
I
either
think
World War II or
it's
one.
I think it's World War II, and then after World War II, she stops for all that time. That's the only thing I can think to justify why nobody knows about Wonder Woman now.
I'm sure it has more of something to do with something that happens in the movie. There's a reason why it's covered up. We just don't know the reason why yet.
Yeah.
They do that a lot when they backtrack with characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, but after that, after the Wonder Woman and the Justice League movie come out, we have an Aquaman movie coming out, and from what I saw, it's going to be more about Atlantis. So they're actually going to bring that portion of the DC universe into canon. So they're going to make Atlantis, and it's going to go through and be more about their culture and everything that's going on with that. Probably an origin story of how he came to
Okay,
be.
I'm gonna make a claim right now. I'm gonna bank that's gonna be a whole thing where it turns out his parents were murdered by his uncle or something, and then from there, the this girl who's like a princess of Atlantis falls in love with him and teaches him and guides his way, and from there he comes to accept his culture, and then overthrows his uncle that killed his parents, shows him as the liar he is, and takes his throne.
Why do you think that? Is that like the original origin story, or?
No, it's just I've seen that plot line played out so many times.
Mm.
So this is what me watching a fuck ton of films.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty interested to see how that all plays out. How they do the origin for Aquaman.
Yeah,
Uh,
I am interested. I used to not be interested in Aquaman at all, mainly due to the fact I was used to Super Friends Aquaman.
hmm
If you have any familiarity, if anybody has any familiarity with that,
I was gonna say me. You
uh,
know I don't. I don't watch cartoons.
man, the Wonder Twins I enjoyed more than I liked Aquaman in that show.
um, so I think there's a lot of interesting premises. I think that the entire idea of Atlantis it's just a great idea. I like it about bringing it into the world and
Hateful. You make a good point. I was thinking the same thing, where they were going with the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman, and that is a great storyline. That's Batman versus Superman, and that is a great storyline. But that is well past Justice League times, way, way, way past it. It's when Superman and Batman have a falling out, so they really should have just picked a younger version of Batman and had him like come to DC and have them argue against each other.
well, here's the problem though. Let's say they pick a younger version of Batman. I don't know. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me. I'm an idiot. Um, oh, oh, you know what? Okay, actually, real quick, we're going off on a tangent because Thrax brings this up. Gun-toting Batman.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Here's my thing. Why the fuck does Batman not kill anybody? What the fuck is with superheroes not killing anybody? It's stupid. Fucking
That
stupid.
it was this whole thing where
It was back in the 60s and 70s. I get it.
no. Originally Batman did shoot people. He
Yeah.
killed people.
Oh yeah, he killed lots of people. Him and the Joker have for a long time had a similar body count.
Now, the reason why they stopped killing it is because it was supposed to be more of like, oh, you have to be better than those you oppose. Though we've had this discussion before. We've had it before because I remember this conversation popping up
Mm-hmm.
where Batman just needs to kill the Joker.
Oh yeah, Batman should kill a lot of people.
Like after Joker broke out for the sixth time, at that point you have to realize after that the blood's on your hands.
Well, here's my thing. Look at it from like a Wanted. You remember the movie Wanted and the comic
Yeah,
books and all
that
that?
was terrible.
I love that movie. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's because I read the original comics.
See, I never read the comics, so I
Read the comics; they're 1,000 times better.
well, So they what the fuck is it? Oh, you know, uh, you take one life to save 100 or 1,000 or 10 or fucking two. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get what you're saying, Lauren. That people that
Laura.
powerful need to be shown as heroes and not as killers. I realize that, but I guess this is us talking from the land of reality instead of the land of make believe.
Well, okay, here's my thing. Um, we look up to people all the time that are technically killers. I mean, shit, look at half of the fucking movies that we watch on a daily basis. Like, look at war movies. Okay, let's
Look
just
at
talk.
John Wick.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love John Wick. Seriously, I want to
Fuck
have
yeah.
John Wick's babies. Um,
The only man somebody would be gay for.
no, not the only one.
Good to know.
There's at least three. Just John. If John Wick was a real person, not Keanu Reeves, because I don't know, but John Wick. Well, see, and I get it. I get that you can't have somebody looked up to as a killer, and it makes sense. But at the same time, you have to be able to justify not killing somebody. I don't know.
But there are people out there who are just they're irredeemable.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Thrax puts it very well. Thrax says, "The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few," and shit.
Thank you, Spock.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But anyways, but seriously, no, it's a good point. The needs of the many do outweigh the needs of the few. It's just a fact. Okay, so what else do we got? So
Facts.
what the?
Sorry.
Are you making fun of the way I talk, fucker? Okay. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna beat you to death at VidCon. They're just gonna find your body in a closet somewhere.
Now let's be honest.
You're
Could
bigger
you
than
really
me.
beat me to death?
I can try.
And fail.
Okay, so the next thing that we brought up. So there's another thing. A lot of people were kind of concerned about the way that the movie is going to go, and there's some good points and bad points to who they have directing. So they have James Wan, the guy who directed Furious 7. He's going to be the
director.
Yes, he is.
What
So
the fuck?
so there is a good thing and a bad thing to this. One, you want to know who says fact? I say fact, Laura. I say fact. And this is half my show, so that's half a fact. It's like Riley Dennis's facts.
He's 50% facts.
Wait, is it? No, it's Onision Facts. Onision Facts.
Facts machine.
So, there's a good thing and a bad thing to this. One, the good thing is the action's gonna be fucking on point with James Wan behind the wheel. The problem with
true.
it, here's the big problem with it. I don't think James Wan it is gonna be really good on the entire, conversation stuff.
Well, I mean, Fast and Furious is not known for its dialogue.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about. But then again, I think he also did the Saw movies and stuff like that. And some of the Saw movies had some really good conversation, especially the first one. And I think he did do the first one. Or he was a
I'd have to look
producer.
it up.
He was a producer or something. I don't remember. But anyways, so there's some good things and bad things to it. I'm just worried about the story and the dialogue and all that. So another thing.
I just don't want it to drag on like Batman vs Superman did.
Yeah.
That movie went on way too fucking long.
Yeah, well, Batman dies at the end. Or Superman dies at the end. It's fucking weird. Okay, so then there's Shazam, which I don't really know anything about. There's only really one thing that's been talked about with Shazam, and that is Dwayne Johnson is playing Black Adam.
Which I gotta say, I would love to see fucking Dwayne Johnson as Shazam.
Well, he's playing the villain, not the.
I know he's playing the villain, but I think he would look awesome as Shazam.
Actually, wait, I got this. I got this. Okay.
Okay, we're waiting, y'all.
I have to look it up. Give me a minute.
Should I start the counter now?
There we go. I have a picture of Kazam up on the fucking screen.
Shazam or Kazam?
Kazam, as in Shaq.
No, fucking, oh god, damn it.
I couldn't help it.
Ah!
I could not help it.
Why is the fact that he can't shoot 3-point shots in every fucking movie?
What?
Oh,
Oh yeah. So okay, so Laura, I mean,
fucking Steel. Why was Steel made? That movie was terrible.
okay, so I mean, I get it. I don't know. Are you saying that? So Laura, she's arguing with me on this one. Well, not really arguing, but she's making her point. Laura, are you saying that it would be worse to kill the Joker, knowing how many people he's killed, than to let him go? Or than to just try and keep him locked up, even though he keeps escaping and killing more and more people? I mean, I think like if you just take the Arkham series from the games, his death toll is exponential in every game.
Yeah, just always.
So I don't know. To me, I think it's not worth it to. But yeah, so Shazam. That's the only thing that we really have is that Dwayne Johnson is playing Black Adam.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, and for those curious about the origins of the name, it comes from it's an acronym for the six Greek immortals. Well, the six Greek immortal elders: Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. So he has the powers retained to all of them.
Hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah, a common line in Young Justice, which Young Justice is an excellent TV series. I don't care what anybody says. But a common thing he says is wisdom of Solomon. So he constantly has like the strength of Hercules, the wisdom of Solomon,
Hmm,
such and such, the bolt of Zeus.
that's pretty cool, actually. And if just like looking at the picture, it looks as if Black Adam is from Egypt. So he's probably
Yes, he is actually from Egypt.
so he has the powers of the Egyptian gods. I'm assuming.
I believe so. I think so.
So Laura, I know you're just messing around, but and I do agree actually. Now that you state it that way, it's probably not correct to say fact, but you know. Anyways, um, so the next thing, the reason that I think the reason that we're not seeing the Green Lantern in the shots um, for the Justice League is because they're actually coming out with a separate movie called the Green Lantern Corps, which is basically from what I was hearing is like a space cop movie. I don't know. To me, that feels like it'd probably be a better TV show than a movie. I don't know. What do you think?
Um, well, considering that Green Lanterns is supposed to be the police force of the universe, I would think that it would be kind of interesting to see not just Hal Johnson, guy, Hal Jordan. I don't know why I screwed that up, but seeing Hal Jordan is not being the complete focus of it. Like have episodes of Hal Jordan, but have him like teamed up with other lanterns, going to strange, weird roles every episode, and kind of do try to do like a sci-fi cop drama.
Well, I think the way that they're going to do this one is because they're going to have Hal Jordan, and then there's another guy, black guy, that they're going to have him teamed up with. That, from what I understand, they're going to have him teamed up. It's going to be kind of like a buddy cop drama movie.
Okay.
Don't know. Um,
Interesting concept, at least.
yeah. Although I think that it would be better, in my opinion, if it was a TV show rather than a movie. I don't know. That's just me.
I, I think so too. It'd be way more interesting because if they'd have to really ignore a lot of the backstory to really make it interesting, because everybody, even those people who haven't seen Green Lantern, I'm sure they're familiar with it at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
No, I mean, like I don't know much about Green Lantern as far as like comic books and or even the movie. Just things that I've kind of gleaned over time because I actually do. I look up a lot of stuff about comic books, but I just never read them.
You pick up comic books, but you don't read the
No,
comics.
no, I find out things about the characters. I don't know why. I'm an idiot. Um, Stewart, I don't know. I think so. Hateful. I'm not sure. I don't. I'm not 100% sure on if it's Stewart.
Let's check this out. Black, green.
Okay, so
John Stewart, yes.
yes, that's probably where you got Johnson from.
Yeah, probably.
So,
I am very tired right now.
from what I understand, the way that the Green Lantern's ring works, with he powers it up and he can basically use it to make any weapon he wants. If that's the way I'm understanding it.
He has the ability to focus his will. Like
Okay.
the Green Lantern ring is essentially willpower.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, I don't know. I think it has. You know what they should do? They should get Chris Tucker to play the black guy.
No, no, they fucking shouldn't.
uh,
Shut your goddamn whore mouth.
and Bruce Willis to play. Don't listen to me. I'm a fucking idiot right now. Okay,
Okay,
so
this is gonna be the last episode of Radical Tangent, because I'm gonna kill Subby.
eat my
Uh,
ass. What?
that.
So, anyways,
Oh my god.
hey, I like Chris Tucker. Okay.
Hey, Chris Tucker's fine and dandy, but you know what? If I want somebody who is a military fighter pilot who becomes a fucking Green Lantern, I don't want to be fucking Chris Tucker.
Chris Farley. uh,
I hate everything right now.
no, you mostly just hate me. It's okay.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how this is going down.
Well,
Okay, now
seeing as
for those unfamiliar with the lineup of movies in the next couple of years, Wonder Woman's this year, Justice League is later this year, Aquaman is supposedly next year, Shazam is in 2019, and Cyborg's 2020 as well as Green Lantern Corps. If you were curious about that,
when does Batman? Because I know they have Batman on the slate somewhere. Oh, just so you
uh,
guys know, this is actually we've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got like 8 movies on here. That's only like half of the DC comic book movies coming out in the next few years. They actually have 16 movies slated to come out within the next probably 6 years, I think.
yeah, I mean, right now I'm looking at their other stuff. They got Justice League Dark that they're trying to make a live action movie that's under the name of God, I can't remember what the name. I think it was like Haven something.
So, wait, real quick, Hateful asked a question. He asked, Cyborg is getting the whole movie. Yes, he is.
Yes.
It comes out in 2020, so I mean, between now and then, there's 3 years. Plus, they've already had a few years to start to introduce characters. It's not. It most likely it will not be an origin story. Just throwing
Yeah,
that out
probably
there.
not. I mean, if they already gave us the origins in Batman versus Superman, we can kind of figure out from there.
Yeah. Well, no, they all they did was they just showed a YouTube clip of this guy like basically in like a water tank almost. I don't know. I'm not excited about the Cyborg movie. No, Hateful, you can't be dead by then. We still have more shit for you to draw for us. Um, I I am not excited about a Cyborg movie just based on the way that he looks. It's going to annoy me so much that I will not be able to get into the movie. I won't be able to get into the character at all.
That's actually completely understandable. I feel your pain with that.
So then we've also got Justice League Dark with Constantine. There's a few other characters that they mentioned, but I don't remember who they were because I don't give a shit about them because I like Constantine.
Yeah, yeah. So, to actually get what I'm saying, I fucking loved the Teen Titans when it came out. The animated show, it was fantastic, and Cyborg was fucking excellent in it.
I don't like cartoons.
I know you don't, you fucking fag.
Really? You're the one that
Mm-hmm.
watched children's cartoons. Just throwing that out there. I mean, it's not saying anything, just throwing it out there.
You know what? Sometimes we all need a counterbalance to the negativity of the world. I
But
can't be depressed and drunk all the time.
I can. I'm not depressed or drunk, so. And
Fuck
the only
you.
the only reason I'm not drinking is because I am driving. I have to go to see my mom today. Um, so there's another thing that we have on our list of things to talk about, and it's the new Batman movie coming out. I believe it's in 2019 or 2020. I don't remember which.
I'm looking at it right now. All they announced was it was in February 2017. Warner Bros. Announced the title as Batman, and that Matt Reeves would direct and co-produce the movie.
Yep, and I don't know if you guys caught that, but Ben Affleck is not directing Batman. That is a good thing. A fucking good thing. I mean, don't.
Yeah, yeah. Teen Titans was much darker than your happy-go-lucky cartoon.
And I get that. But at the same time, cartoons are for
Yep.
children. And that's
That's
just the way my mind works, so I don't really care for them that much. Although there are some cartoons that I do like, or some animated movies and things like that that I do watch. I don't know. I think it's just because I don't know. I just when I was in my teens, I conditioned myself to not like cartoons anymore because I wanted to be a fucking adult when I was like 10.
no, I get that. Not some people they just don't like cartoons, and that's perfectly fine. It's just I found enjoyment in some of the darker subplots of some cartoons.
Yeah, and you know what? I do like. I don't know. I'm just very adult. Like my, if I could find a cartoon that really interested me, I think that's why I had a hard time getting into comics. Although I did find a couple comics that I really liked. One of my favorites so far was it's called Crossed. I think I've talked to you about it before. Where it's the basic idea of it is there's this random disease that starts somewhere, and when you get blood, semen, poop, peed on, saliva, anything like that inside your body, you get turned, and it makes this weird cross symbol across your face. But then it makes you kill people, it makes you rape people, it makes you all kinds of crazy shit. It's just really fucked up, and I love it. I like crazy horror, just out of the fucking box, just people dying everywhere. I don't know why. I like post apocalyptic stuff. That is my genre of expertise.
Yeah, fucked up stuff does bring out some of the interesting qualities of people.
What does?
Fucked up shit.
Oh yeah. Wait, what did I do?
All the things.
So no, Laura's talking to me. I was talking to her like she was still like she was in the call with us.
Yes, yes, anime counts as a cartoon.
To me,
Well, no, not no. Even cartoons can be counted as anime because it's an animation.
yeah,
Because
And
anime is not like some weird Japanese word. It's just short for animation.
yeah, I don't see. I had a hard time getting into any animes at all. Like when I was a teenager, I got into like Ranma, but I mean I was like 12 at the time. What the fuck did I know at the time? You know. There are some darker things that I do like from anime. I don't really watch any of them, but I know that there are some things that I'd probably watch. But
I think you'd like Berserk.
well, like what was that fucking movie that we just saw? Ghost in the Shell. I tried to watch the anime. I fell asleep with like 15 minutes left. That shit is boring as fuck.
Dude, the original movie, yeah, it was boring as fuck. I just found out on Amazon Prime you can watch it on there for free.
Oh yeah,
So
that's where
I'm
I
gonna
watched
go.
it.
No, you watched the original movie, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual anime series.
Oh.
It's a standalone complex.
Hmm. So so I think we pretty much covered. There's a few more movies that come out for DC, and I think we'll probably do next week. We'll go through and we'll talk about all the Marvel movies coming up because there's a few of those. What do you think?
A lot of movies. I mean, they're still, as I was talking about before with Adam Warlock, they're still working on getting together the the chess pieces for the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Wars and all that. They
Yeah.
still got to work up all the stuff for that.
Well,
I
isn't
don't have a
Infinity War
list of
this
all.
year?
Huh?
When's Infinity War?
Infinity War was like supposed to be 2020,
Are you fucking serious? That's when we're getting the next one.
but the next movie, no,
No,
that's when Infinity Wars is supposed to be.
I thought Infinity War was Avengers Infinity War. That's the next Avengers movie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So we've got the new Spider Man
Oh
coming out.
man,
There's a new.
Laura, the Log Horizon was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So
Um,
looking at things right now, we are in phase three. We have Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Next up is Spider-Man: Homecoming, then Thor: Ragnarok, which
actually,
they played that out. That trailer was fucking fantastic.
I know. You know what? I watched fucking the third Thor movie, and that shit, I could not make it through. It was so fucking stupid. But Thor Ragnarok looks great. I'm very
I think
excited.
they're trying to take more cues from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think it looks beautiful. I'm really excited to see it, which means I have to go back and watch the other Thor movies. Okay, so what else? What else do we
Okay,
got?
now then after Ragnarok is Black Panther movie. Actually, Infinity Wars is coming out in 2018.
That's what
Huh.
I thought. I thought it was pretty soon.
Though I could have sworn they were going to do it in two parts.
I don't know.
Then
Continue.
after that is Ant Man and the Wasp. So basically Ant Man 2.
Hmm.
After that's Captain Marvel. I'm not sure how they're going to play Captain Marvel, to be honest with you. Because Captain Marvel's originally a woman. I don't know if they're going to go that same
They are.
line.
They are.
They are?
Hmm.
Okay. Then Untitled Avengers film is in 2019, which supposedly they were supposed to do Avengers Infinity War in two parts. So it could be Infinity Wars Part 1 is in 2018, and then 2019 it's Avengers Infinity War 2, Part
Okay.
2. Then after that, it's Spider Man Homecoming 2 in 2019. Then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 to be announced.
Okay.
Which I think Guardians of the Galaxy is their new frontrunner.
You know what? I agree. I think that there's a lot you can do with that. But there was another thing with Doctor Strange. They brought in the magical and the mystical into it. I think that they could also go off in that direction. So you've got you got the Earth stuff, then you have the magical mystical Earth stuff, then you've also got the space stuff. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's like multiple genres within the world, so that's kind of interesting. Like
And then
you have space, then you have on the ground, you have the tech side, then you have the superhuman side, then you have the magical side.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting.
Well, what I was meaning is like, you have Guardians of the Galaxy. They don't necessarily ever have to come into like the Avengers stuff or anything like that. I don't think they can, anyways. But I'm not sure. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about what's coming out. I really like. I love superhero movies.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, I'm getting kind of burned out on it." It's one of those weird things that I just every time a new one comes out, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like I may have said I was burned out in the past, but I've noticed that every time a new one comes out, I'm excited for it. Like Doctor Strange, like
I
2 weeks
still,
before that, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Then as soon as it came out, like I had to watch it.
I still haven't seen it. I own it. I just haven't seen it yet.
I watched your copy of Doctor Strange before you did.
Yeah. Well, because I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
I, that was like the third time I watched it, but yeah.
Oh, hey, see.
I see.
So, um, now you guys in the chat and people that watch this later on down the road, which I know there are a few people that catch it later.
Really?
Yeah, there are.
Huh. Amazing.
Uh, One thing that we would definitely like, um, we would like for you guys to do. If you guys hear about something, you guys see something, you guys want us to talk about it, let us know. You can DM us personally. You can leave comments in the down below, and we'll check them. We'll definitely talk about. If something cool comes out that you guys want us to talk about, just let us know. We're definitely there, and we definitely want to talk about what you guys want to talk about, and then we're also going to talk about what we want to talk about. So,
And a quick thing, I think you're okay with this, but even obscure movies,
oh yeah.
like really weird movies, I'm perfectly fine with watching some obscure foreign film and looking at it as
Hmm.
long as it's interesting. That's about my only thing. Oh, maybe even if it isn't interesting.
Well, like, okay, we'll put it this way: the Belko experiment that you were supposed to go see.
God, I wanted to see that too. I personally wanted to see it, and I just forgot all about it.
I told you about it the day I went and saw it.
I know, and I'm an idiot.
But yeah, like, indie films, anything that you want us to talk about, we are we are definitely open to. Oh shit, we are definitely open to suggestions, and we'll definitely address things that you guys would like us to talk about. We're definitely there. I'm just gonna keep saying definitely.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, wait. Hateful. What Hateful has? We should join his hunt to see the most fucked
So,
up movie ever made.
Martyrs, basically.
What's Martyrs? Wait,
We this channel's on adult rated, isn't it?
ours? I have no idea. I would
Well, then
hope
I should
so.
probably shouldn't talk about it.
Well, there's a. I gotta look it up.
Martyrs was soft. Are you kidding me, dude? That was terrible. Oh my god.
Okay, so what the fuck is Martyrs? I don't know what Martyrs is.
It's this film about this guy who essentially does people pay him money to do fucked up shit to other people.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, Siberian film.
okay,
Oh,
so
those were also soft? Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay, what about what is it called? I just fucking looked it up. Look up August Underground. I don't know if you've probably. I'm sure you've probably actually seen it. Um, but that's one that I've actually wanted to see.
I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, I've not seen it.
I actually want to see um, Serbian film. I heard that was actually. I mean, he says it's soft, but I still want to see it. Actually, Hateful, I will join you in this quest. I will.
Yeah,
Bec-
fuck it. As long as I can kind of shit on the movie a little bit, I'll join you.
So, Hateful says that August Underground. It's one that I haven't seen. But Irreversible. Okay. Hateful, we're going to have to talk after this and get some movie, get a list of movies and a way for me to see these fucking movies. But I think that we should probably wrap this up. I have to get moving. I have to go see my mom. Um, what do you
All
think?
right.
Do you think we're good to
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
here? Okay.
yeah. I think we covered most of our points, really.
Okie dokie. Well, guys, thank you for stopping in, saying hi, all that shit, and we'll definitely we will definitely talk to you guys later. And you guys have a good night.
Yeah. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.